Let's ask meteorologist Barrett Vincent in our Stormwatch Weather Center. Good morning.
Yes, today will be the day to get outside. Tomorrow, pretty good as well, but then buckle up. 90s this weekend. It'll feel like July. And the warm conditions continue into next week, but a light at the end of the tunnel as we get to mid-work week next week.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's just get to next week and get to those mid-80s in the forecast again next week after a warm start to the week, but a nice start to the day right now with free AC. Crack a window with your coffee. 56 degrees right now walking out the door with those nice temperatures. 80s take over around 2 p.m. today as it'll be the coolest day of the week today, and still seeing those high and extreme values on the UV, so do keep that in mind with sunscreen. Check it out though, we have a nice chunk of good weather before 80s take over. I'm not saying mid 80s are bad, especially in the dry heat, but as far as outdoor activities go, it'll be nicer to do so before 2 p.m. Today. For those neighborhood temperatures, 80 degrees for Washoe Valley. South Meadows seeing 80 degrees as well, 80s to Hidden Valley, 82 in Somerset. 82 in Verdi, and 79 in Cold Springs today. If you're closer to the airport, you'll see the warmest temperatures in the valley as mid-80s will be in the forecast today. If you want to escape the heat, though, 69 degrees up at Lake Tahoe today. It'll be a good day to probably escape the heat, but if you want to wait until this weekend, it might be a smart idea as well, as 90s return this weekend. So get up to higher elevations if you want to escape the heat. Wind speeds are going to be a typical spring-like windy day with 10 to 15 mile-an-hour wind gusts after the warmest part of the day. Air off the northwest continues. This is dry air on the way, and we'll see more warm conditions on the way with this high pressure off to the Pacific. This is where the warm air is. As this tracks east, temperatures will increase to the 90s. Most of the moisture is down to the southern part of the state today, and we'll see just a bit of moisture track from the northwest, but that'll get eaten up by the northern Sierra and leave us with clear skies. Hence clear skies so far this morning today. This will be the case throughout the afternoon with mostly clear conditions. A few clouds off the Sierra. Can't rule out maybe a light shower to Lake Tahoe today, but most of the shower activity will be south of Lake Tahoe, getting into Alpine and Mono County, California. Some could drift into Mineral County towards Hawthorne, so do keep that in mind today, but most of those will not survive lower elevations. We'll see clouds kick off this afternoon, hopefully drifting into the valleys as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. More of an active day with more clouds taking over getting into the afternoon. Stronger storms producing over to the Sierra Crest that'll press into Mineral and parts of Lyon County as well throughout the afternoon, and then most of those will be leaving cloud coverage throughout Highway 50. Most of those moisture values will be south of Highway 50 getting into tomorrow, but temperatures not too bad today. Seeing 74 in Ely, 72 Austin, 83 in Hawthorne, so not too bad. And then moving further north, you'll notice 77 for Elko, 77 in Winnemucca, 80s close to Fallon and Lovelock, and then getting closer to home, mid-80s will be the case today for Reno with 85 and Carson City, 60s and 70s towards Lake Tahoe. Not too bad for temperature today and tomorrow, and then we're cranking up the heat going into the weekend, feeling like July with 90s returning, but overnight lows still nice. Crack a window going into the overnights and enjoy some free air conditioning.
Hey, at least if you're going to an event Friday night, you can tell yourself it's not quite 90 degrees.
Well, and that'll give you a little bit more motivation to go as well, because it'll be hot during the day and then cool off at night. So there's another excuse to get out and about for Friday night.
Faith, always the eternal optimist.
I try.
It's
better to be a little bit glass half full. But don't get me wrong, I love to complain about the weather. That's a favorite.
We all do.
Yeah, the weather.
It's our right.
I mean, well, and it's one of those things like, no matter how good the weather is, you could always find something wrong, you know? Like,
oh, 100%.
Of course. Absolutely.
The bug bites, the sunburns.
Right?
Oh, if it's there, we'll find it.
Hey, optimistic about today and tomorrow, and then we'll start to complain probably on Friday with 90s this weekend.
All right, sounds good. We'll just kick the can down the road.